In question 7 from homework 4.1, we're asked to find a scatter plot for part A for the entire data set, but currently it's separated into females versus males. What you can do is if you open this data in StatCrunch, again, it's broken apart into two separate pieces. You can put, let's say, the data for males directly below here, making it one long column. I'll click here. I'm going to hold Shift and click in the opposite corner. Go Command Copy. Click over here where I want to put the data and Command Paste. So it still is labeled females, but I know from 6 down to 10, we've just included the rest of the data. So now if you'd like to get a scatter plot to answer part A, you can go Graph, choose Scatter Plot. When I choose my X variable as the MRI, it does say females, but now it's also incorporating the data for males. And then likewise, I'll choose female IQ, but here this is now just every IQ. If I click Compute, I end up with my scatter plot. And we can try to match it to the correct answer. So let's see, get this out of the way a little bit. Let's see, does it look like A, B, C, or D? Looks like option D. Okay. So this is a way around this issue of it's broken into two columns. You can paste it into one column. Maybe just look at the next part, part B. Okay, now we want to compute the linear correlation coefficient, again, for all of the data, not separated into two parts. Well, to do this, I can move this out of the way. Again, all of the data is in the first two columns. I'll go Stat, Summary Stats, choose Correlation. I'm going to choose the top two columns because that's where I put in all of the data. I'll click Compute, and we get a point, they want what, 3 decimal places? So that would be 0.63, and then that 7 will not round up. So, is 0.637 enough of a strong enough relation? Okay, what we're going to have to do is go up here and figure out a critical value. So I'm going to open up this, and there's actually 10 data points when I take this information and put it below here. So I want to choose n is equal to 10. So the cutoff would be 0.632. Our value was 0.637, which is slightly above, which means it is acceptable. So I'm going to say yes and enter in 637. This value that we got from StatCrunch is above slightly, but it still is above the critical value. So I will close this and check my answer. Okay. The second part, or the second half of this problem, is going to ask you to now separate the data. And this is as simple as just going back into StatCrunch and deleting the items that were from here to here. So you can just like go through and, well, you can even select them all and delete them that way, or just individually delete them, but now our data is broken up into two separate parts.